Welcome to making your Microsoft Word documents accessible. In this tutorial, you will learn how to write alternative text or alt text in Microsoft Word. Alt text is a brief description added to images that enable screen readers and braille displays to convey the visual content to individuals with blindness or low vision. It's also helpful for those using text-only browsers or slow internet. When writing alt text, keep it brief. Alt text should stay under 150 characters for photos, but you may need more for graphs or charts. Always convey the most important information up front. Do not use the words image or photo at the beginning. End the alt text with a period to ensure the screen reader pauses after reading the alt text. Avoid abbreviations and technical jargon. Alt text descriptions will highly depend on the context of the image being used. Go to the WebAIM website to learn more about how to choose alternative text based on content. Let's start with the accessibility checker in Word. Select Review from the tab at the top. Then check Accessibility. The Accessibility Assistant will open on the right. Under the heading Media and Illustrations, you will find Missing Alt Text. The number 2 means we are missing alt text on 2 images. Select Missing Alt Text, and the first image that needs alt text will center on the screen, which in this case is the image of Jerome Library. The instructions say, how would you describe this object and its context to someone who is blind or low vision? Then 1 to 2 detailed sentences recommended. And then there is a white box with the text Enter Image Description. Under the box is a button with the text Generate Description. I will demonstrate why this is not your best option. If I select Generate Description, the text that appears is a building with trees around it. This adds no helpful context to the learner. The AI alt text rarely does a good job because it does not consider the context. For this context, I'm going to write Bowling Green State University's Jerome Library with a period at the end. I do not start it with image of or photo of because a screen reader will already identify that it is an image. If this same image were, for example, an article about architecture and being used to demonstrate a specific style, I would describe the building in more detail because it would be relevant to the context. Once I finish my alt text, I select the Save button. The Accessibility Assistant automatically moves to the next image that needs alt text. This is a photo of a person smiling and grabbing a book on the library shelves that I took from the library website. The AI-generated alt text is a person reaching for a book. Not bad, but let's consider the context. In this case, the image is not conveying any information the learner needs because I just added it as an example, so I would remove the image. If I were on the website where this is used as a banner, I might mark it as decorative. In Word, below the box to input alt text, there is a Mark as Decorative button, which would make a screen reader user skip the image. In this case, I'm just going to delete the unnecessary image. According to the Accessibility Assistant, we are not missing any other alt text. However, when we explore the document, there is one other image here, a black and white icon of stacked books. To find the alt text for this image, I'm going to select it with a right click or on a Mac, Control, then click, and select View Alt Text from the menu. Because this icon was added from Word's asset library, Word assigned the image alt text already, which is books with solid fill. This does not provide any necessary information to the learner. In this case, the icon is unnecessary and I would delete it. If it were a part of a design that I was really attached to, I would toggle on Mark as Decorative under the Alt Text box. To recap, in order to check your documents for alternative text, start with the built-in Accessibility Assistant, which you can access by selecting Review, then check Accessibility. Do not use the AI-generated alt text. Remember to consider context when creating alt text. For photos and simple images, stick to under 150 characters.